And the commentary explained to us that this is because the Brahmin, in his mind, is wanting to know if the Buddha has come to a state of perfection, he has overcome his fear, he has overcome transcendence, topsy-turviness. How did he do it? We are equally interested. We see our imperfection, our deficiency too, as ordinary human beings, because we are not Buddha. But we also want to know how the Buddha did it, how he went through the struggle. So that was in the mind of the Brahmin, and the Buddha knew it according to the commentary, and the Buddha then proceeded to describe the path. And the path consists of one important thing. Firstly, meditation, the fourfold meditations, and we talk about the centrality of the teaching of the four jhanas, and we're going to talk more in the future lectures, so we shall not elaborate on that part of it. But last night we saw that the Buddha begins by, according to the commentary, by telling us the kind of preconditions that are necessary in order to even go on to do your meditation and to gain, to achieve higher states of jhana. So we saw in brief that firstly the Buddha says that energy is aroused in him. So there must be vigor. This is the first step. Then he goes to say that vigor is not enough. There must be mindfulness. The mindfulness must be sustained. In fact, the mindfulness also helps to sustain your vigor. You will sleep. You will be sluggish on the way. So in order to sustain you, in order to keep you devoted to the goal of transcending this negativity, there must be constant mindfulness. So that is a very important factor. So first is energy must be aroused, and the way the energy is aroused is described very vividly. Commentary speaks of or alludes to the Buddha's struggle, under the Bodhi tree, or on the seat of enlightenment, if you like. And the Buddha made a firm resolution: I shall not leave the seat until I'm enlightened. Let anything come to me. Let my flesh dry up. Let me be left only with my bones, my sinews. I shall struggle on. So it's a very, very powerful kind of, very, very firm kind of a resolution. So that is one of the preconditions for enlightenment, in other words, for following the path of towards Buddhahood. You need vigor, and this vigor is not ordinary vigor. Vigor must be sustained by your resolution, your vow. The vow aspect is very, very important. Now we see the emphasis on vow being an uplifting force. It's the vow that sustains your vigor and your struggle. And mindfulness. Now it's not just mindfulness in doing exercises, walking, sitting, but mindfulness of your goal, your final goal of existence. Why am I existing? Where am I heading towards? What do I want for my life as a human being? So there must be constant mindfulness. And then the body, the mind must be conducive to that. And there must be a calming down of the body. There must be a unification of a mental energy. And it's only under these preconditions, these circumstances, this first part, if you like, our preparation that we saw the Buddha went into the meditations. So in a very concrete way, we can get inspiration about, we can reflect, what do I want, what do I need now as another being? First, to my awareness of my situation as a human being. We have these fundamental psycho-spiritual deficiencies. And as a result, we have the fundamental human problems. But we must also have the mindfulness of the human potential to overcome it. And we must also make the actual step to bring out our vigor, to be mindful of our goal. You know, I used a Chinese phrase last night, like the Chinese said, you know, if you have a goal, if you are truly committed to a goal, 你粉身碎骨你都會要實現你嘅使命。So it's like the Buddha resolving. Let anything come, let my skin dry up, let my flesh dry up, let me be left with only bones, I will continue. I will go on until I'm enlightened. And he succeeded. So these are the conditions that we can contemplate about. If you truly want to solve human problems, all the psychological problems, just going to the psychiatrist is not enough. I would say, in fact, it can be very confusing. It can have a lot of negative. Personally, I would not recommend it. You'll be confused. But sometimes, of course, if you have a headache, if you have a toothache, of course you need some aspirin. You do need some kind of temporary measure of relief, but they don't solve your problems. So the solution for our absolute, of our complete overcoming of the human deficiency, of the human problems, psychological, spiritual problems, requires first our awareness of the human situation, of the human potentiality, of also mindfulness of the goal, of the purpose, and of the whole process of struggling that keeps on going without falling back. So it's only with very fundamental resolution, awareness, that we can actually truly talk about the true solution of human problems. I think we'll continue to share further next week.